Good morning, students. Today we will be discussed about the Good morning, students. This is Bhavani. I'm working as a contract lecturer in computer section GPW Medak. So today we will be discuss the data structures through C. That is in third semester, first unit pointers and dynamic memory allocation. So before going to the subject, I want to deep discussion about the C programming language. So what is a C programming language? What are the features? What we studied in the previous semester, what we discussed, we will be see. So C is an procedure programming language. It was developed by Dennis Ritchie in the year 1972. So what are the features we studied means C is a very simple programming language because it was written in English language. It is very easy to understand and to develop the programs by programmers. And next it is an platform independent. So C is an platform independent. So the programs can be executed and compiled in the same operating system but not run and execute on the other operating system. So it is an dependent only. C is an portable language. It is an carrying the instruction from one system to the another system. Portability is nothing but the carrying the instructions. So C is a very powerful programming language because we are using the different data types, functions, control statements, decision making statements, yes, strings, arrays, all we will be using. So that's why it is an C is an powerful programming language we are saying. C is an structure oriented programming language. C is then structure oriented language. Structure oriented language is nothing but the program has to be divided into the subprograms, and we will be maintain each subprogram will have the data types and the functions and the instructions we will be following. So each part will have the different instructions, so we can be structured will be maintained. It will be linked from the one part to the another part. Modularity, and another feature that is a modularity. Program can be divided into the subprograms, and after that we can be combined all the programs into the one program. It can be executed. So that is an modularity. And C is an case sensitive. Case sensitive is nothing but we uppercase and the lowercase instructions will have the different, both are not the same. Even if you are using the example, if you are use a break in the small case, if you use a break in the uppercase, both we know that both are the same in general, but in programming language both are the different only. So that's why is the case sensitive. C is an case sensitive. And C is an program middle level language. Why means we are using the low level language and the high level language. What is a low level language? Low level language is an machine language which will be represent, the programs can be represented in the form of zeros and the ones. So in the C language it will be supported the machine language. Whatever the program we will be writing, that has to be converted into the machine language. High level language is nothing but it is an English language where we can be represent example printf, scanf. Printf and the scanf are the English words, that is an high level language. So here we will be use the both the high level language and the low level language is called the middle level language. So in the next feature is an compiled program language. C is an compiler. So without compilation, the program cannot be executed. So in the C programming language we have to execute all programs. It has to be execute, then it will be run the program only. The program is a success, we can be said. So if even to compile we can be based on the syntax. So C is an another feature that is a syntax based language. C is an syntax based. It will be check all the, even the semicolon, full stop, comma, everything it will be considered as an, so it is an syntax base. So C is a most powerful features we studied in the last semester. And next we studied the C tokens also. C token is nothing but that it is the smallest element of the program is called the C token. We have the different types of C tokens we having, that is an keywords, identifiers, constants, strings, variables, data types. So one by one we will be discuss what is an variable. Variable is nothing but the identifier which is used to store the same value. It can change the value during the program execution. So variable is an identifier which is used to store the some value. These values can be changed during the program execution of the program. So what is an example? What is the syntax we studied already? That is an data type A. A is an variable name. Data type is an int. You can be considered. Yes. And next identifier. What is an identifier? Identifier is nothing but the name assigned to the an element in the program. That is the name of the variable. In the last example we study int A. A is an identifier. If you are not use the int, just we write the A is an identifier. If I use the int, it is an variable. It will be considered because it have the variable have the memory location. Identifier does not have the any memory location. There is a difference between the variable and the identifiers. So what is an data type? The set of values, and to add to those values, it will be collecting of data with values having the fixed. So we have the different types of data types we having: int, float, char and double. Int will have the 2 bytes, float will have the 4 bytes, char have the 1 byte and double have the 8 bytes. These are all we discussed in the last semester only. And next we discuss the array also. What is an array? Array is a collection of items stored at continuous memory location. That is an array. And next we have the syntax and the initialization also we studied, and we have the programs also. And next function, because this all can be used in the further in the data structures also, so that's why we are discussed here. Function is a block of code that performs a particular task. The functions are the main important in the C programming language. So function is a block of code that performs a particular task that will be called the function. And next we studied the strings also. String is a sequence of character terminated with the null character. Array will be represent about the numbers. Strings we will be use the characters, the letters. For the letters also you can be write the programming with the help of the strings. Not only the integer part, you can be used for the strings also. Okay, these are all the what we studied in the previous sections. Now coming to the data structures. In the data structures, the first chapter, that is in pointers, and the next we have the in the pointers, what is an pointer? So pointer is nothing but we know that pointer, the definition, it will be hold the address of the another variable. How it will be holding, what is the use of pointers, how we will be used, we will be see in this slides. So when declaring the variable, pointer sets the memory storage with the unique address to store the variable. The compiler asserts the address with the variable name. What is an variable? We already studied. Variable is nothing but it is an identifier which is used to store the some value. that is nothing but the variable. So when the compiler, while we're compiling, the variable have the memory location, because the value has to be stored in the variable only, and we have the different addresses will be stored on the variable. When the program uses the variable name, it automatically accesses the proper memory allocation. How we will be declaring the variable we studied, that is, we have the syntax, data type, variable name. What is an data type? We have the value has to be stored, that is an int we will be considered. We have the 4 different data types. We can be use anything, int, and the a is an variable. So when the program uses the variable name, it automatically accesses the proper memory allocation. No need to consider which address, but we can be manipulate the memory address by using the pointers, because while using the variable name, we can't know the what is an address where it will be storing, but it will be holding some address, we will be say that. So how, with the help of the address, with the help of the pointers, we can be access the address. Let say we can be declared the variable name. The variable name is an n-rate of the type integer, and assigning the value as follows, that is an int. So I wrote some small example that will the what how we will be using. Int n-rate. N-rate is an the variable name, 10 is the value.